after about 1,000 goes.
1,000 hours to set up a live stream to celebrate 1,000
we
subs.
are live. Oh, dropping in and out. Here we go. So yes, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the other side of the Lick Loft. So this is the bit you don't see. But yes, mainly to say a big, massive thank you to everybody. As you may have noticed, we've hit our tiny little milestone of 1,000 subscribers. So that's great because that opens up some things on the channel that we can do, like the live chat thing and live streaming, and lots of other wonderful things. So yes, we're going to be kind of celebrating. You know, maybe go to Wetherspoons for a pint or something.
Treat ourselves. All that YouTube money now.
Oh yes, absolutely rolling in it.
What was it, 5p or something?
No, 3p.
3p.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
All right. See if Wetherspoons take YouTube credit.
Yes, yeah. Well, we'll just show them the channel, but yeah.
Yeah. Do you know who we are?
Exactly.
They'll be like, no.
So more importantly, how are you guys? I hope you're doing well.
If there is anyone watching, please let us know if you can see and hear us. We'd really appreciate if someone could comment if you could hear us.
Because we are rubbish at miming. So, but yeah, I mean. Oh, hello.
Hey Dan. Hey Rick.
Hey Rick.
Can you hear us?
Give us a thumbs up. Yes, Mr. Roddick is with us.
He's our fellow Eastbourne.
He is.
Eastbournian.
Hello. How you doing?
Can you hear us? Please let us know.
Mr. Ring, there's a blast from the past.
Legend. He's got some gear.
He has some great gear. Big Metallica fan. So hopefully the audio is coming through to you guys.
Yeah, please let us know. Sorry to keep repeating it, but we don't know.
This is all really, bit of a... we're winging it here, so as if you hadn't noticed.
Yes, we often wing things. So, couple of exciting things coming up. We'll be hitting the Birmingham Guitar Show again. Last year we played on the Radio Shop pickup stand, and we did a vlog. And go check out our video from last year if you haven't, because if you haven't been before as well, it is such an awesome guitar show for the UK. It's nothing like any of the old ones used to be. It is sort of our NAMM. There's loads of really cool independent dealers, some independent luthiers, pedal makers, some really cool stuff that you might not get the chance to see, rather than just the usual big brands. So I would definitely recommend it. Me and Rich are going to be there both days, Saturday and Sunday.
Yep.
Last time I walked out with a guitar, so this time hopefully I won't be splashing as much cash because I can't afford it. We're getting married this year.
Well, you had to walk home last time. You didn't have any money, did you?
Speaking of getting married this year, Rich is one of my best men. If you check out our Instagram, I got him a pretty, if I don't say so myself, pretty good best man present.
It was pretty great. I mean, I'd grab it. Oh, it's fallen off already.
Better than cufflinks or a pair of socks or the usual stuff that you get for being
and I've just dropped it.
Yeah.
It's now broken, but here it is. So this is the NRG Pura, the Mini. It's awesome, and it's got a very cool little hand-painted best man on it.
But you have squares on your face.
We do. I was just looking at that, and I don't know how to get rid of them. So let's should we have a quick Google? Squares on your face. So this is how you do it, guys. This is literally how you kind of figure out stuff. It's Google, isn't it? Squares on your face.
Why is it doing that? Is it like a focus thing?
I don't know. Perhaps it's on the camera. It might be on the camera itself. So if that's the case,
I think it is.
Yeah,
because you can see it on there.
It is on the camera. You're right. So we figured that bit out. So the next bit is actually figuring out. Oh yeah, hold that.
This is probably where you kill the string.
This is where I knock everything over, and yeah.
So how are you all doing? What is 2020 going to bring you guitar wise? What are you looking to do this year?
So you can see that I'm in the settings now, you see. So let's exit out there, shall we? So yeah, this is exciting, isn't it? You can tell we're absolute pros.
Maybe we'll just have to leave the face framing.
Oh, there it is.
Off.
Oh, Press that button.
Hey.
How's that?
I think it will catch up in a minute on our screen. But yeah.
Right. That's a win, isn't it? So where were we? Right. Yeah. Very cool. So as I was saying, the best man, hand painted by Mr. Neil Grimes. It's just cool. Cheeky little move by Danny here, because I had this. Been after one of these for ages to go on my board. It's just a wicked pedal, and so Dan's very, very kindly kind of got in there, and he's got it in the stealth black as well. So it's just awesome. It's just awesome. Anyway.
I said the problem with that is it looks so good that you're gonna have to have all your other pedals in stealth.
I know
black.
exactly. I'm gonna have to spray paint everything else really badly.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's that. So yeah, guitar show. What else? Get married.
Stag do.
Oh dear, yeah. Should we skip that bit? I don't know
Yeah.
if that's
Probably get
YouTube,
demonetised.
YouTube friendly, is it?
Yeah.
Mind you, it hasn't happened yet, but we are going to Benidorm. So that'll be an
Classy.
interesting. Yeah, it's cultural, isn't it? It's a
Yeah.
very nice cultural
Loads of sightseeing, I reckon.
place. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, lovely beaches, nice hot sun. Although don't fare, I burn in the sun. So,
Yeah, it's to stay inside.
yeah, so I'll just be in an umbrella. Yeah, just indoors.
So yeah, let us know. What 2020 is gonna do for you guitar wise. Are you starting a band? Still in a band?
Yeah.
Looking to get out and try and play a bit more?
Yeah.
Let us know where you're at for 2020, because personally, I want to work on. I've been on this little bit of a journey where I've been listening to some different players, and at the moment I feel like I'm replicating, copying them a little bit too much. So I want to take what I like about them and actually sit down and try and edit them, try and change them a bit for my own kind of tastes.
Okay, yeah.
Because I don't have much time at the moment playing at home, just with working, baby, usual life stuff. But I listen to music and then I play guitar and I'm like, it's going straight through. It's like processing exactly what I've heard.
Yeah.
I actually want to sit down with some backing tracks and
just kind of really get you
put
out
my own
there a
spin
bit,
on it, yeah.
Because I know I mean, as you may know, guitarists out there, you are playing a lot of the time other people's things. I mean, I do a Motown band. You're doing Mr. Brian May, very well, I might say. So if you haven't seen the Fat Freddie and the Queens, go and see them. Look them up on Facebook. Maybe we can drop a link somewhere.
see me in a plastic eBay wig.
Yes,
but
it's worth the money.
It's a challenging gig. It's challenging enough playing the Brian May Burns because it's got a neck like a baseball bat, and my Fidelity guitar is probably the thinnest neck I've ever played. So, and I actually swap guitars between songs because there's just one song that we have to for a different tuning.
Yeah.
And either way, when I pick up the Fidelity and then put it back and pick up the Brian May, I am just completely lost. And I'm over bending, I'm sliding, I'm all over the shop. So, yeah, it would be good if I could get 2 Brian May guitars, but I can't justify buying 2.
Maybe if you ask him nicely, he'll give you one of his.
Oh, you've met him.
I have, briefly. I mean, when's that going back to? 2004?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, basically, long story short, there's a riff-a-thon competition actually put on by the great Ian Edwards of Guitar Breaks. So have a look at Guitar Breaks. If you kind of like that kind of thing, go away for a weekend, just everything but guitar, and hang out with some really cool players and stuff.
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean,
it is really good.
Being able to stay in a hotel and get drunk with some of your favourite players, and then pretend to be not hungover and take in some information in the day.
Just try and be a sponge, isn't it? Yeah. With a hangover. So yeah, it's a great weekend to do. But yeah, Ian Edwards did a thing called Riff-a-thon back in the day. This was when I was back at music college, ACM, in Guildford, and I was lucky enough to be able to play in the final kind of 10, if you like, and it was in London, in Hammersmith, and the 3 judges that were doing the whole competition to pick out a winner were Brian May, Jimmy Page and Dan Hawkins from The Darkness. Great band, by the way, if you've seen them recently. They are on tour. They are cracking live. But yeah, it was them 3 judging the competition. And of course, got to meet the guys afterwards and have a chat. So that was a really cool experience. I didn't win, by the way, but it's not all about winning, is it?
Oh,
it's about taking part, isn't it?
You can say that when you lose.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I'm joking. I remember you had to play Boston More Than a Feeling.
That's
it had
it, yeah.
some a bend that you had to sort of pre-bend into from like a slide into this bend, and you had to pitch it perfectly.
Oh yeah, it was tricky. I remember spending a lot of time practicing that song. Like I probably, whoever's nearby just got sick of hearing that song, I'm sure.
Pete, starting a new band. Wow.
Pete, Mr. Pete Taylor,
Does that mean that
John Deacon?
You're leaving my band, or I'm sacked? What does that mean? Is that the way to break it to me on a live stream? You've got a new Brian May.
Oh no.
Or a new tribute with a large front man. Like, what's that other one that pedal show said the other day? I really laughed at it. Oh, Wobbly Williams.
Wobbly.
I thought that was a pretty good.
That's a good one.
Tribute name.
Yeah, if you've got any funny tribute names, let us know. I can't think of any right now.
Is that someone you know? Jazz Fiona.
Jazz Fiona? No, I don't. But thank you for the comment.
Yeah, thank you.
Very
We
appreciated.
normally only get comments from friends and family. Like,
yeah.
probably ask our mums to watch and say some nice things. But no, thank you very much.
Yeah. Normally have to pay people to say things like that. So
yeah. But please, if you've got any questions, we're keeping an eye on the live chat if you want to say anything. But no, I'm just really glad this is working.
yes. Yeah. I mean, it took us a few minutes to get running, didn't we?
Yeah.
But yeah. What else? You got some Queen gigs. You got them booked in now. You got quite a few booked in now, haven't you? Locally,
Yeah, I think so.
Tunbridge Wells, Lewis. I don't know if you're in the southeast of England, but if you are, go and see the Queen band. But the other thing we're going to be doing, another little cool series, just sort of more beginner stuff, but like your first kind of licks for country, if you're a country player, into blues, into rock. So we're going to do some of that, and some other bits on the channel, aren't we?
Yeah, I think it would be a good building block to say your first 5 blues licks and then or country licks. I mean, even for me, if I was to watch an introduction to country licks, I'm sure I'd pick up loads because that's out of my comfort zone. So hopefully there's something in it for everyone. But then naturally we'll progress from there into kind of more intermediate and up to the advanced sort of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I guess with stuff like that, it always is. It's like you say, it's introducing you into something you haven't done yet. And I'm terrible because I'll kind of do something and go, all right, maybe I'll sit down and try and play some jazz or something, I don't know, whatever. But in my head, I kind of go, I need to be pretty proficient already to play it, and you kind of forget that actually I just need to start with maybe 1 or 2 licks.
Yeah,
I don't need to know the entire back catalogue of artists and licks and songs and changes and things, because I think with most styles, you can get lost and kind of feel a bit overwhelmed, I think, with, do you know what I mean? Like,
no, I definitely feel like that most time we come to a video.
Even me, I sit down and I remind myself that it's like, just take it a little chunk, and even if it's like, it might be a jazz lick, and I'll go, all right, I'll chuck that in a blues solo, and it'll work great, so
yeah,
I don't know,
we've got quite an exciting list of videos. We actually really like hitting 1,000 subs is big for us, not just because it's like a number, but like Rich said, it unlocks some features on the channel like live streams, but it also gets us when you watch a video and that little box below, it's like what's up next. YouTube kind of make you go through the quality sort of checks, like get 1,000 subs and we'll start helping you. So for example, where it might have taken us 30 days before to get 30 subscribers, we've got 30 subscribers in 3 days now. And that's literally because they start, say we've made a video on a Fender Telecaster, and you watch a video on a Telecaster somewhere else, you might see our video pop in on what's up next.
Yeah.
So it's hitting that 1,000 subs is kind of the kick up the bum for us to really get a plan in, get some regular content in, and make some stuff that we've actually been really hardly working on and preparing for, that we've set ourselves some big challenges coming up.
Yeah, there's a big old list of stuff we've got, and it's going to be a busy year, I think, for this. So I think our aim is to, as our best intentions are, with everything that normally gets in the way sometimes, is that we can actually then, get all this stuff we want to get out to you guys, so you can see what's going on and do some more cool things. So yeah, a few more messages coming in. We need to host a jam night, like the good old days. Maybe it's time though, Matt. It is time. We'd love to, but we are absolutely slammed. Obviously, we do lots of different things, but I mean, maybe we can attend one, but I mean, running one would be. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. We'll
Do you
put
know
it.
what?
We'll put it on. We'll put it. We'll have a think about that.
It would be a cool thing if we had enough subscribers in our local area. Like we know we've got Mr. Roddick here with us, but if we ever get to that point where we have a good base of subscribers and there's people that just want to come jam, maybe already in bands, but it'd be really awesome if there were people that through our videos got back more into guitar and we could help them play live. It would be a really cool idea to host a jam night once every month or something, if we had enough people in the area that would actually come.
Absolutely.
So it's a pretty good idea. Cheers,
Yeah,
Matt.
no, definitely. We'll.
And
we'll
that
put
kind
some
of
thoughts
ties
on
into the next question from Bill. Yeah, I've actually had this. We'd love to do kind of Lickloff live in a little venue somewhere, just like a Q&A, but we don't want to be too ambitious yet. We don't have that sort of reach yet.
Yeah.
And you want to get there, and we're going to work hard this year to get there.
I mean, one of the things we did sort of toy with last year was actually, so maybe it might not be a live thing as such, but it'd probably be along the lines of we're set up in a live situation where perhaps we've got a band, we've got a drummer and bass player and whatnot and some cool gear, and just go through some really cool stuff, like stuff you might want to know, when you're playing a certain song, what to do, things to look out for, because I mean, between us, we've probably done thousands of gigs, and there's stuff that just keeps coming up again and again, and it's like, little mistakes, and it's almost like you can tell when someone's, done their gigs, they've done their sort of earned their stripes, as you like, because, there's little things like maybe the cables around the strap, and, they're not sort of feeding back when they're trying to tune the guitar. Just little basic things.
Do you know what my number one thing is, and I still do it?
Go on. Self-confession time.
Guitar on, pedal board all lit up, amp on, all good. Tune my guitar.
Yeah.
No signal.
I think I know.
No lead. How many times you must have done it? Like you forget the most basic things, and it doesn't really matter because this is when I'm like setting up, so I've got time to check. But I think I must have done that about 100 times in my life.
I think that probably my most common one is actually, like you said, getting everything set up, everything's perfect, you've got the perfect sound, everything's done. You go, brilliant, pop the guitar down, and I forget to turn my volume back up again.
Yeah.
Because I have a habit where I won't leave the guitar live in terms of the volume up. I'll whack the tuner and turn the volume off, just as a sort of fail safe. But sometimes I'll pick the guitar, especially if we're on, and I grab the guitar, hit the tuner, go to play something, and because to me that's like everything's working.
Yeah.
And you're like, actually, it's just the volume. Or I've rolled the tone off by accident because I think that's the volume control, and then I've got like
I'll tell you what my new one is, because this Brian May Burns guitar's got about 1,000 switches on it.
Yeah.
And I had I played the whole second set at quite a big gig at the Con Club. A ticketed event. People have paid good money to come watch, packed full of people. And I had one of the out of phase switches, which I only normally switch in for one of the Bohemian Rhapsody solos. So in one song, he might have 3 different phase positions, and I try and do it as accurately and as I can. But I must have just left one on, or I don't know what I did. And I was thinking, this monitor mix is a bit harsh, because sometimes I don't know you guys, but most of the gigs I do now, like the bigger gigs, my amp is so low due to the sound man, and then he pumps me through the monitor at 1,000 decibels. So I'm actually getting all my lovely guitar sound. None of that's coming through my nice speaker. It's being fed into front of house and back through an old monitor that hasn't seen its best days.
Crackling and
that's all I've got. So it's really hard sometimes to figure out whether is there something wrong with my sound, or I was thinking that's just the monitor. And then honestly, about second song to the end, I flicked this switch and all this bottom end come back, and it was just all this glorious sound that I've been after.
Just in time.
No one said anything, but
yeah,
they probably thought that is a pretty bad Brian May impersonation.
Oh, that's it, isn't it? I think that's the key, isn't it? All these little bits and pieces you kind of figure out as you go along on your gigging lifetime. But yeah, it's you know, it's all part of the learning curve, isn't it?
So what are your plans tonight? Me and Rich are
We might go for a quick bite to eat because we've been working on bits
I'm
and
still
pieces.
in my work gear.
Yeah, I've been working on stuff this afternoon. Kind of getting all stuff planned for the year. So yeah, we're kind of quite excited what's going on, and yeah, looking forward to getting it all done for you. So a lot of work, but I think we're up to the task.
We'll see, won't we? But no, I'm glad this first live stream's worked.
Yes.
You know, we can still hang around a bit if you've got any questions. You're too kind, Bill. So Bill said, right, going to share every Lickloft video to every guitar group I can from now on to get the circulation up. That would be awesome. Thank you. I used to post all our videos in groups on Facebook. So every time we'd put a video out, and it really worked early on, we'd have like our first video in our first week had 1,000 views. And I know it doesn't sound much, but for a brand new channel with no subscribers, it actually was. It
was surprising. Cause
Bill's got to go now. But where's your son having guitar lessons? Let us know. Be interesting because we know quite a few of the teachers. But what was I saying?
Yes. What were you saying? Sharing in groups.
Yeah, so I used to share in groups. And then YouTube did this thing of if you get a sudden surge of viewers from an outside source, they'd kind of put the brakes on your views on your videos. Yeah. So I noticed that actually posting them to groups as I've just posted them wasn't very beneficial, but maybe going back and posting them might work. But
it's tricky, isn't it? Because, you know, not everybody's going to want to look at all your videos. But
Matt, we've actually joked about this before. Talk to Mike at Bonner's, Matt says, into taking you both to the NAMM show. So I don't think they'll go to the NAMM show, but I was thinking if there's any way they can get some passes as invites, we would happily go.
I'm sure we can work it out. I don't know. You get in a suitcase, but I don't know if I would.
I don't know. I'm pretty.
Christmas.
I'm short but round.
But yes. Oh, okay, great stuff, Bill. Jason, yes, Jason's a lifelong Eastbourne guitar teacher and player. Great guitarist. He's been around for a number of years, so yes.
He's someone I've actually never met. I know what he looks like, and I know he's highly recommended.
Yeah.
But,
I remember him having the Ibanez Gem because I used to have the same, the other version, the less expensive version. But
with Jennifer Batten's signature.
I did, yeah. There's probably a photo somewhere. I have to dig it out. But that's
ruined that guitar.
Right, was it sharp? I can't. I think I got it. I think it came off after a while. It wore off. But yeah. I had all sorts of work done to it before that moved on. But
we've had some guitars over the years, haven't we?
Yeah, I was just trying to think. Funny enough, the one in the background. Where are we? That way. There, this one. I'm really bad at this.
Why don't you play it? Because we've set this up.
Have a little play.
I'll grab it for you.
So that's the second. I had a black guitar when I very first started, which was a really cheap copy of Les Paul. So it was a Les Paul, I think it was Hohner. I don't know, it's so random, but yeah, Hohner copy. It was black, and I don't remember it. I remember it being quite a good guitar for what it was. So we've got guitars all over the place at the moment.
See you later, Bill. Cheers for joining us. Hopefully speak to you soon.
Yes.
Right.
So yeah, this was. I mean, you've probably seen this before in other videos, but it's. I'm out of shot now. But yeah, it's kind of a cool. It just looks cool. This was in Mark's shop. Mark.
Little.
Yes, Little. I was going to say Watts, but I don't know why. Yeah, Little's shop, and it was hanging on the wall. I don't think it was too much money. It was in pretty sorry condition. But anyway, watch the video, you'll know all about it. But yeah, I'll have a little play.
It's had a lot of work done to it.
It has, but I'll kind of adopt the slash pose because of the camera angle, but there you go. That's what's wrong. So that's hopefully coming through. It might be my classic, I've forgotten to turn the volume up. Oh no, the tone was down. There you go. tricky to play like that, actually. Unless you're a classical trained. Don't know.
We're not.
We're not. I'm certainly not. I can't even read music. How bad is that? Anyway, but yeah, there it is. Have a look at that. Yeah, it's not bad, is it? Right, let's put it out of the way. So, right, we're going to crack on, but...
Thank you for joining us on our first live stream. Thank you for letting us know that you can actually hear us and see us. Thank you for commenting. We didn't expect any viewers, so to have had this many is pretty cool.
Yes. Anyway, so until next one, we'll see you guys later. Take it easy.